In this video, we're going to do some practices to understand, to give us a better understanding, and also practice the formulas we just discussed before. So let's check the first one. So the first one, as you can see here, we have a circle, and this circle we have two intercept the chords here. So we know the angle is actually inside the circle. So this time we are going to remember what we mentioned before. We are going to add two arcs here. So we know whenever you do that, always remember you can always label the information from the given part. So this says arc BC has 24 degree, arc BC 24, and arc AD is 52. So the first one, 52 degree, and we're looking for this angle. So exactly towards the two arcs here. So we know is angle 1 is equal to, we need to add two arcs together. So 52 plus 24 divided by 2. We just need to do the calculation. Always try to use mental math. I know you do not like that, but try to use that and then find the answer. So 52 plus 24 is 76. We divide by 2. We are going to check the answer, which is 38 degree. So we know the answer is 38 degree. The first one is finished. So let's check the second one. So this one, again, let's label the information from the given one. So we have angle 1. Angle 1 we already know, 37 degree. And we need to find and also we have BC. So this arc BC is 16 degree. We need to find, see, this time is a little bit different. Before we always looking for the angle measurement, but this time we need to find arc AD. So it's not angle anymore, but remember, since the angle is inside the circle, is formed by two chords, we're still gonna use the formula we had before. So let's do that. So based on the formula, we know angle 1 is equal to AD plus BC divided by 2, right? So now let's just plug in the information we already know. We know angle 1 is 37 degree. We also know, but do we know AD? We don't. So let's put this as X here. That's the unknown one. We just put X. And then add, do we know BC? Yes, we do. So it's 16 degree. So in order to find the X, what we can do? We can solve this equation. How do we do that? We are going to, since we have a divide by 2. So we are going to times 2 for both sides. In this case, we cancel 2. So this one will have X plus 16. And this one is 74. Next is very straightforward, right? In order to find X, we need to do the inverse operation, which is minus 16. Cancels, and this X will be, so let's do the mental math again. It's always good practice. Is 8, then 6 minus 1 is 5. So what's the answer? X is 58. So if you want to double check again, you can always put into the formula, let's say, is that 58? 58 plus 16 is going to be 74 divided by 2. Of course, it's going to be 37, right? So that's it. That's how do we find this one. Let's check. So we already practiced something inside a circle formed by two chords. We are going to check something outside the circle. So let's check this one. We need to find the value of X, which is this angle exactly outside circle. And we do know two arcs outside, the smaller one and the bigger one, the smaller one. So according to the formula we had before, we need to, the outside angle is equal to difference of the two intercepted arcs, right? So it's gonna be the AE arc, the bigger one, subtracted the smaller one. So you may wonder, do we need to tell the first like formed by 2 tangents or 2 seconds or 1 tangent, 1 second? Not exactly. As long as we know it's outside, we know it's going to be subtracting. So we just need to figure out what are the two arcs we need to subtract. Now we just need to plug in the value, which is the first one, 141, smaller one, 61, divided by 2. Okay, so the top part we need to find first. Again, when you type the calculator, don't do this. If you type like this one, it's definitely going to give you the wrong answer. If you do want to use calculator, please make sure put the parentheses, then divide by 2. Or you put the top part, find the answer, then divide by 2. So the answer is going to be 80 divided by 2. Some students probably already found the answer right now. So it's 40 degrees. So x is 40 degrees for this case. Let's check one more example. So this one, okay. So again, this one, if you look at closely, you notice, hey, I only know one arc. We know one arc is here. And also, but we need to find the outside angle, angle K. We need to know two arcs, right? So some students might wonder, then how do I find the bigger arc? Because we know the smaller one. But go back to check the bigger one. Bigger one is around this. As we mentioned before, it's actually formed the whole circle. And do not forget, the whole circle is always 360 degrees. So we know the smaller one, so the bigger one around here is gonna be 360 subtract 110, right? So this one is 250. So that meaning bigger arc is 250. So how do we find angle K again? We use bigger arc, which is 250, subtract smaller arc, which is 110, then divide by 2. Again, when you put the calculator, do not forget, you must put parentheses around this, or you find the top one first, you divide by 2. So 250 minus 110 is going to be 140 divided by 2, 70 degrees. So angle K is 70 degrees. Okay? Last one. So this one, let's check the information. It seems long, but let's label the information here. So cm is diameter. So circle the keyword diameter. And intersect with a tangent ly. So tangent touch the circle only once, and here. If we know this piece, we know this piece is 40 degrees. Question is find the angle y. So again, when we find an angle y, we always need two. When we find an angle outside, we need two arcs, right? We need a smaller one and also bigger one. So let's draw the bigger one around this. The question is, we don't have the bigger one. Does that mean this question is not solvable? So if you want to try it on yourself, you can pause the video right now and to check how do you find it and then come back to check the answer. But let's go back to check the key information here. So the key information telling us diameter, meaning we cut the circle half. And we know this, the two arcs is actually, top is half of the circle, right? So some students already found the clue. Since we know 40, half a circle, how many degrees? Yes, 180. So that's why we are going to use 180, 180 minus 40, which is 140. That means this arc is what? 140. So now we have enough information. Let's do that. So 140, we use bigger arc, subtract it, smaller arc, divided by 2. So right now, probably some students already find the answer. Again, find the top part first, then divide by 2. If you prefer to type the whole thing, put parentheses around it, divide by 2. What's the answer? 50 degrees. And that's it. That's all the practice we do. Check this. Again, if you have any questions, you can always email us, okay?